Greetings, Mythics. Yes, welcome to an episode of something that we've not named yet.
I think it should be fantasy foraying.
Fantasy foraging. Foraying
into unknown worlds.
Unknown worlds, exactly. That's exactly what we're going to be doing, even if the title isn't snappy. Well, that's not bad. Fantasy foraying.
it's not the easiest.
Fantasy forging. No, that's
forays into. Oh, look.
What?
Red kites. Obviously, you can't see
Red
that.
Red kites. Yep. So thanks for pointing it out. Yeah, so what this is all about is we are going to be exploring fantasy realms, fantasy things that are actually in the real world, hopefully. Yeah. Now, I've not been here. Actually, where is it? Where are we?
We're at Clinton-Baker Pinetum.
Yep, I have no idea what that means, but you've been here before.
A couple of times, yes.
A couple of times,
yeah.
And apparently it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's curious.
Curious.
I like things of curiosities.
Good, so do I, and hence why we're here. So you've piqued my curiosity. Let's find out exactly what the hell this is all about.
And whether we can find it.
Yes, otherwise it's going to be a rather short episode.
Yeah, because that's downhill, isn't it?
So already we're lost.
No.
That's downhill.
We've had about 8 places.
We've literally done it.
And we've hit a T-junction.
Yeah. So you're going that way?
Because that's downhill. And it's uphill, so
clever.
I think
clever.
Right.
You can tell that I'm the beauty and she's the brains.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, this isn't. We're never going to find it. We won't find it.
All the vapor trails.
Yeah, vapor trails. All the chemtrails. It's all the government trying to change the weather. Conspiracy theories. Yeah. So as Sally pointed out, this is, I don't really know what to expect. Sally did tell me about it, but being a bloke, I've forgotten what she said. So it'll be interesting. But the nice thing about it is, look, it's in lovely woods, surrounded by trees and nature and fields, and it's a lovely, sunny, autumnal day. So we'll find out. I don't know how long this bit is going to be. About 10 minutes. This is 10 minutes, right. So I don't think the landscape is going to dramatically change. So we'll check back. Hopefully we've actually found the entrance to this place. Exciting news. We have a bridge and a perilous crossing. We're going to be crossing the tracks. Here we go. Let's see. Is she going to fall in? It'll be good for viewing figures if you do, Sally. Here we go. I love this type of bridge. It reminds me of when you're a kid and you just go off exploring.
Yeah. And
you just discover, you know, pigsties and old horses' troughs. Do you know what I mean? Like, because you know, I grew up in Hertford and it's very lucky, we've got a lot of greenery around, so we would just go off into the woods or off into Hartham and play, you know, play in the river and do all the sort of, I don't know, Huckleberry Finn stuff, you know, find conkers and get, you know, just stay out for like the whole day and come back covered in mud. Yeah, so that sort of thing, and there's all sort of cobbled together crossings and bridges, you know, that are years old that probably aren't even official. It's probably just some bloke or woman's gone, you know what, let's just put a log over that river and then you can cross it. Magical, a magical glade. What's that? We found a map. Exciting updates. Here we go. See, woods are always magical as well, aren't they?
You are here.
We are here. Don't know if we can see that.
So we want to get to...
Oh look, it's University of Hertfordshire. Oh, hello.
Pinetum.
Pinetum.
So we want to go through, like through there, and then it's sort of there.
Okay, I will follow you. Never do that. Sally's sense of direction is terrible.
What do you think? Is that a path?
You mean a path? It looks like a path. It smells like a path. No? Oh. This reminds me of like a fighting fantasy adventure. choose your own adventure. We have to decide which way to go. Hopefully we won't get attacked by orcs. Here we go. Look at this, but it's lovely, isn't it? I always think, you know, the woods in fantasy have always been a magical, enchanted place in a story. Something always happens in the woods. There's wizards that live in the woods, or witches. You've got elves and fairies.
Bears poo in them.
And apparently bears poo in the woods as well. So yes. So I do like walking in the woods. I do feel connected somehow to medieval times. I don't know why. Well, it's medieval, yeah. Because we don't, and also outlaws used to live in woods. You know, because it was a place to be feared. You maybe had wild boars running around. Probably, no, England didn't have bears, did they? No, we didn't have bears. Wolves, we certainly would have had wolves. Did we have bears? No, you're just not pondering that question, you're pondering which way you think you're lost already.
I think maybe this is not a place to be. I don't know. There's lots of fallen down trees, which is quite exciting.
It is exciting, look.
But,
is that danger, beware?
I don't know. It's not the way I came last time.
Right. So
I think maybe we
let's return.
A bit put off by the gunshot.
Yeah, there's gunshots, everything. See, I was talking about outlaws. But yeah, outlaws used to, you know, and that's hence why we've got the myth of Robin Hood. Because it was common for outlaws to live in woods. It was a safe place for them, potentially. Presumably they might have been a bit of infighting if you've got, you know, lots of people that live outside the law, criminals, that, you know, they might be stealing from each other as well. I don't know, was there a code of thieves, or is that just a myth? But yes, certainly the woods would be a place to live because it's free. You can forage for food, you could hunt, so obviously if there are wild boars you could hunt. And then I think what happened was, I think the king just decided, the king would just claim woods. This is all, my knowledge is very sort of vague, it's a bit shaky, but I'm pretty sure they used to just go, right, now this is the king's woods now, which is why you get a lot of woods that are called the king's woods. Okay, so apparently...
So I'm just going to take a photo of that.
Just take a photo,
the
clever.
Modern way.
Yeah, the modern way of orienteering.
It's a bit longer, but we're going to go there, round.
Yeah. Right then, so we'll check in a couple of minutes. See if we are lost and we've had to return back to the map again.
Oh, railway.
We have found something slightly intriguing, yeah. So we're just by the railway tracks. This is the railway tracks that go into London from Hertford. And we found, I thought it was like a copper pot.
That would have been really exciting.
Yeah, like the time team. What do you think these are?
I think they're something to do with the railway.
Something to do with the railway?
Well, the railway's just...
Yeah.
Lump.
But can you see that? But it's like, they're like bowls. It's clay.
Yeah, and they're curved.
And they're curved. And I'm just repeating everything you're saying.
So they're not like sleepers?
No. So if you know what they are, leave a comment. They're like curved, they're buried, but obviously this is maybe been a bit disused, so it looks like it's overgrown. Maybe it's part of an alien spaceship. I know, look, there's... It could be. Look, there's one, another one here. Look.
It's a big pipe.
Oh, is it a pipe? Yes, it is. It's a tunnel. It's a pipe. A clay pipe. What? Sewage?
Clay or metal?
It's clay.
Is it?
I think so. Yeah, it's. I think it's clay. So that could be Victorians, because the Victorians were the train people, weren't they? They did trains.
Oh, look at the little thing. So now, this time of year is really good for funguses.
It's a fungi to be with. I don't know if we can see that.
They look pretty.
Can you see that? Little.
They're like your classic.
Yeah, classic fairy toadstools. That's what it is. Fairies. So if we're lucky, although we're being a bit noisy, but we don't want to scare away the fairies and any small folk. Here we go, look, this is a bit better. Ow. So we probably have scared away any boggards or brownies or fairies, because obviously they're going to...
Not the train noise,
No, the train... Yeah, well the trains aren't about. But they'll be used to the trains, won't they? Because if they live nearby the train track, they'll be used to it. They'll know what it is. All these logs lined up. What's all this? Oh, hello. Bless you. What's all this logs? Why are all these logs? Just things like this. Who's done this and why?
Well, it's like, I would say it's like a barrier to the footpath, isn't it?
Yeah, but why?
A tree has fallen down and they've chopped it up and gone, where should we put it? Well, I know, we could use it to make it down.
Okay, but why? Has there been a spate of incidents where people have hurt themselves in that flat bit of wood there?
Oh, I don't know. Well,
why are they...
Just guidance.
Guidance, could be?
Like, and then they fall into the river.
Yeah. But this is the path, so they always say never stray off the path. I don't know, but I'm curious, who's done it? Who's done it? Why? If it was you, leave a comment.
Like there's orange dots on some of the trees.
Oh, that's right, yeah, so this is managed, this is a managed woods. All of this is owned by the University of Hertfordshire, is that right? So they would presumably have somebody managing the woods, making it safe. I guess that the orange dots might be to do with that needs chopping down, or it needs because it's dead or it's dangerous. Yeah, seems to be. What's that? Big fallen down tree.
Trees with orange dots on them.
Yeah.
Might be they're at risk of falling down.
Yeah. So presumably then that's all part of the management. But I like the mystery and the intrigue. I don't think Sally's cottoned on what I'm trying to do here.
Oh, I see. I'm trying to provide explanation.
Yeah.
You don't want them.
Well, no, that is a good explanation, but it's a bit boring.
Yeah.
I don't want, even if it's the truth, I don't want boring truth. I'd rather an exciting lie.
Blackberries?
Oh, blackberries. They look a bit underripe.
Well, they should be. Oh no, they should be alright. Do you want one?
Yeah, let's try it. If I drop down dead. Lovely. See what I mean? So, if you're an outlaw, you know, berries, that would be part of your diet. Rabbits, there'd probably rabbits. Do rabbits live in woods?
Well, the wood that we were just in, I did see some burrows.
Some what?
Burrows.
Oh yeah, burrows. Oh yeah, we saw that. Yeah, so you might catch a rabbit or two, a hare, a badger. Would you eat badger?
Keep you going for a while.
There's quite a lot of meat on a badger. You probably would eat badger if you were in the woods, wouldn't you? Hedgehogs? Would you eat hedgehog?
I guess so.
Yeah. No, you wouldn't. You're vegetarian. So you'd pretty much starve in the woods.
Oh, look at that tree. There's a story. What's happened there?
Don't try and make up. Let's have a look.
It's like it's half fallen down. I wonder if it's been struck by lightning.
It's made by. It's making a slide. It's
that would be really fun to climb up.
And break your neck. It's quite high.
Yes.
No, it's like a ferry slide.
Yeah.
They all live up there and then just slide down. What are you seeing? What are you seeing?
Oh, there's a line down there. I was wondering if it had been struck here lightning or whether it was just old fog.
Yeah, it could well have been struck by lightning because it is quite odd. More stacked logs. Anywho, right, well we'll check in when we get to another interesting, exciting thing like Sally falling over. Or one of us getting shot. Exciting news! Do you want to break the news, Sally?
Well, we may be going the wrong way.
When you say maybe,
I think we're definitely going the wrong way.
What do you actually mean? There we go. And
I'm not renowned for my sense of... Well, I am renowned for my sense of direction. But
yeah.
It's so terribly bad. And my memory of visual things also bad.
So you are the perfect one to be the navigator.
So I don't remember when I came here last. I don't remember this bit, but then...
Yeah, are you sure you've been here or did you just dream it?
I've definitely been here. But I was with somebody else who was more responsible for the directions, but also could only half remember. So we also got lost that time and then had to go another way. So
right. I've seen my mistake here. I should have plotted this. Anyway, but it's lovely just walk. It is, to be honest, even if we don't find it this time, it's nice just to go out for a walk, isn't it, in the woods?
And it's so quiet.
It's lovely and peaceful, apart from guns being shot.
Oh yeah.
But that's, that's sort of, you feel like that's part of the countryside, don't you? As long as they're not doing anything illegal and they're adhering to the rules, to the law that we have in this country with shooting wild animals and fox hunting and all that sort of stuff. So we're basically going back the way we came, so we'll check in. If you find us, next time I might be recording from a ditch or thick in the undergrowth of a wood. It could be dark, we might be crying.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, let's stay tuned. So here we are, back at the map. Anything you'd like to say, Sally?
Well, who put me in charge of directions?
Yeah. I see. Yes, luckily.
But all is not lost.
Yeah. What happened?
We found two lovely ladies and a dog, and they helped us with the way forwards.
They pointed out our error.
Yeah, there's quite a fairly clear path right there.
It's muddy.
Yeah, that's muddy, but we could go that way, but we sort of went that way and it wasn't very clear, so I think we go the mud.
I think we gave up too early. But anyway, yes, let's go the mud way. At least there'll be some adventure.
Yeah.
Alright, let's find out. Another map. It's looking promising. Civilization. Yeah. Looks.
You are here, but it's changed.
An actual gate.
Yeah.
A 5-bar gate. You know that's how the counting system. That's where where you go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you do a diagonal to count. When you do tally, that's where it comes from. No. It is. I know, but that's an anomaly.
So normally it's a 4-bar gate with one across. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, sorry, it's a 4. Yeah. So it's a 5-bar gate though, because there's 5 bars and one's going that way. Yeah. I bet if you look that up now, after the video, that's true. We'll find out. If it is, leave a comment, or even if it isn't, leave a comment. I want to know the origins of the tally. Why do we do it like that? I'm pretty sure it's because of the gates. Makes sense.
Yeah, I know.
Well, no, but
I'm not so sure.
Well, a lot of measurements in medieval time was based on the human body. I don't know if you're aware of that. Yeah. So An inch was the thumb, the length of that bit of your thumb. Yeah, if you half your thumb. I think
A foot is a foot, I guess.
a foot is a foot, and I think it was all based on a king, one of the kings. A yard was from the half of your chest to the end of your fingertips, something like that. Check it out, it's interesting. Anyway, look, we've even got a little small... Not events by the gate?
No.
Okay, wow, that seems like a bet is brewing.
Yeah.
Okay,
It makes sense that it's a logical thing to do.
All right,
If
let's
you've
do-
got lots and lots of lines.
No.
How are we gonna?
Yeah, but let's... Alright, let's do a little bet then. If I'm right, and it is based on the gate, then you have to bake me a cake.
Oh, badly. Does that mean you have to bake me a cake?
If I'm wrong and you're right, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
You good at baking, are you?
I've caked for you.
I've caked for me.
I've baked for you.
Yeah.
What are you talking
I
about?
know. I'm joking.
Okay.
Joking.
He's just trying to show me out. Isn't
No.
Look,
we
we've-
make lovely cakes.
he? Lovely cakes. Look,
So I'd gladly lose the bet. Win-win for me.
it is, well, it's kind of a win-win for both of us. We get
Yeah.
cake at the end of the day. That's why I did it.
Nothing like
I'm no stupid.
that. Do your fish cake?
Oh no! Oh no! It has to be. Hang on, right? You're full slippery. It can't be a fish cake. It has to be a
Those ones that
sweet
you get in
dessert cake.
urinals.
Oh yeah.
Wee cake.
It was what, like a small cake? No, it is urinal cakes. I think they. Yeah, not one of those. Although that would have been funny. No, it has to be a sweet cake for dessert.
Yeah.
Trying to get out of it already. Right then.
Here we are.
This is it. This is it. Be a responsible dog owner. But what if I don't want to own dogs? How dare they just put a sign like that up? So this is it. What's in here? Badger watching. No. What's this?
No, I think this is probably for.
This is where you put your dogs and then you go off.
Yeah, well, because it's like a community that maintain the Pinetum. So I guess when they're doing work here, they might store stuff, put their wellies in, shelter from the rain,
Put the children there.
plug in a kettle.
Plug in, it goes there. Oh, look, there's electricity.
Oh, no, I didn't.
This is. They've missed a trick here. This could be teas and coffees.
Well, I wonder if it used to be.
Yeah, it might have
maybe
been.
there's so much talk, 'cause they have done like teddy bears picnics and things like that.
That's what it'll be then. Selling teddy bears. So this is what it actually is. I hadn't seen the word, and I've never. What's a pinetum? It's almost like a pie and eat 'em. That's how
So you know what an arborist is?
An arboretum, sort of. This is my ignorance here. It's go on, educate us.
Okay, so it's a bit
Yeah.
like the difference between like a. What's the difference here?
Is this a joke? I thought you were gonna.
What's the difference between a river and a canal?
A river and a canal. One is man-made. The canal's
Okay.
man-made, and
Okay.
the river is natural.
Okay, so as far as I understand it, an arboretum is planted by people,
An
like
arboretum.
rather than a natural forest.
Oh, okay.
So they deliberately choose some trees to
Put
grow
in
here, and
shrubberies.
kind of it's an area. And
Yeah.
Yes, this is the arboretum, and that's just
Put a triffid in.
arboris is, I think, Latin for tree.
Okay.
So a pinetum,
Is the natural version.
no,
No.
that's a forest. So, what
What?
kind of trees do you think are planted in a pinetum?
Pork pies? No, pine.
Pine trees. Yeah.
So it's just simply a pine forest,
yeah,
but is man-made.
yeah. So people have like
Okay.
deliberately gone, oh, this one will look nice here, and let's do a horseshoe of trees here, and that sort of thing.
I want to see the horseshoe of trees. You've promised something.
Fun fact:
Yeah.
they're not all pine trees.
What? That is blatant fraud. Then we could do them, although we haven't paid.
I've got the history here,
Oh, should we do a little bit of history before we check in?
which is quite long.
Don't read all of it then. Just pick one.
So the first things that were planted were not pine trees;
Well, why call it?
they were cedars of Lebanon.
Oh, we can't really call it that, can you? The cedars of Lebanon eat 'em.
Yeah, so I don't know when it was called a pinetum first. I see that the pinetum is in the shape of a letter D.
D for pine.
Pinetum.
There's no thinking to this project.
Yeah.
I've not thought it through.
Yeah. I mean, it's not. It's a bit dry.
It's not exciting looking at someone reading it without actually reading anything.
Especially
else.
when it's like 1757. So William Baker purchased the Bayfordbury Estate from the Caesar family.
Let's find out if we can find any treasure.
None of the cedars, original cedars of Lebanon, exist anymore.
Okay.
They've all been taken out in 1928. Why would you do that?
Well, because they realised that pine trees are what they should be doing.
Yeah, so where would you like to go?
I don't know.
Explore up this way.
Let's go up this way.
Go out that way.
Oh, multi-part. This is like choose your own adventure. Right, so this is what we should do actually. We should then pause it and then next week
Yeah, but then we'd have to film like every which way, wouldn't we?
Yeah, is there a problem? You got stuff to do?
We've just spent so long.
I know, if we'd got here a lot earlier, we haven't got much time now. So what we could return to this place. So we could just check out one area. So there is the area here, which is up.
To be fair, I think it's sort of in a loop. So we
It's
will
in a
end
loop.
up here. So
Oh right, it's a crooked. Yeah, but it's what. Don't spoil it. Although they knew it was in a D. So we got the crooked path here, uphill, or we got that there. Should we go uphill?
Yeah.
We might regret this.
Ooh,
I'm doing an
busy bumblebee.
Annika Rice shot
Oh no,
there.
please don't do that. Here's a Norwegian spruce.
Oh look, you're right. A Norwegian Bruce. You're right, Bruce.
So,
Just my little dad joke there.
here we come to our first curiosity.
Oh, look at this. What's this? Look at this. Look. It's not the bag full of leaves. I think we know what that is. That's not really, that spoils the effect, doesn't it? Thanks.
Maybe we should come at it from the other side.
Look. What's this? It's a gate.
Windless gate.
Is it a... Well, you say that, but we could be going into a portal. In my game book... Just spoil it? I'm writing a game book at the moment. I've got something similar. And you go through and it's a portal. Look at this. And you're through. What? Oh, it's not leaves. This is actually slightly curious. It's a bag full of flint.
Oh, okay.
Which
So-
is, actually, that was the film. They were going to make another film, a trilogy, to Fistful of Dollars.
Flint full of dollars?
No, a bag full of flint.
I don't know the first
I
one.
might edit that joke out, that's pretty
Yeah.
bad. Especially
Well,
if she doesn't know the film. Yes,
So,
so
if you, there's not so many around here, but
what? Oh,
this was like, it was lined, so in some places you can see it's lined with flint, and on the other side you can see
so why, are they,
so maybe they're taking it out?
they're taking it out or putting it there? No, so it looks like somebody's collecting the flint. Maybe there's a big
Maybe they're putting
market
some back.
in flint.
Look at this, I love this, look, you can see the roots.
Yeah,
This is the Hatfield Yew.
Hatfield Yew. How do you spell yew?
Y-E, no, yeah, Y-E-W.
Y-E-W. Look at that, it's gorgeous.
Did you know the oldest tree in Britain is a yew?
Is it? How old is it?
They think about 3,000 years, so even before Jesus.
That's a talking tree right there.
Yeah, it's in middle of Scotland. It's called the Fortingal yew.
The Fortingal yew.
Yeah.
I like it.
So this one is not anywhere near as old.
No,
It's
probably about 20 years old. No, that'd be about 100 years old. I
so,
reckon.
yeah.
Yeah.
The Fortingal yew is massive.
Well, it is amazing to
Mighty
think.
girth.
Madam. I don't think we're allowed to say that on YouTube. Can you, it is amazing to think that something has lived. I'm assuming that tree's, Scotland still alive.
Yes, it is, yeah.
It's amazing to think that something has lived on this earth for 3,000 years.
I know.
That is mental,
Yeah.
which is why in fantasy you've got talking trees that are old, they're ancient.
Yeah.
3,000 years. So that's why you kind of think, if they were alive and sentient and could see, and understand cultures, that they would have all that knowledge. They would be the oracle, and that's why they're wise.
Yeah.
And you seek advice from them.
Yeah.
So.
You see, look, these roots go all the way up there.
Oh, yeah.
I think this is just interesting because this is obviously dug out. Like,
Yeah.
I think it used to be like this, like level,
Oh, yeah.
and they've dug it, which is why you can see all the roots.
See all the roots. They've dug it down. So why have they done that?
Why?
Yeah.
You know, my theory.
Go on.
See,
So-
this is bizarre. This looks like chunks of a wall.
They were bored.
Well, I think it might have been a water feature.
Oh.
I don't know why you have a gate in it, but I think there might be a later addition.
Of course, yeah, look, so you've got all these chunks of, an old wall just to shore it all up. Yeah, you're right actually, because it meanders round, so it'd be quite cool as a little river, wouldn't it?
Yeah, and like maybe a waterfall.
Ah, look, yes, I think you're right. Look at the cascading, all the walls that are breaking it up, the crumbly wall. That would look beautiful as river coming down.
Yeah, and they sort of look like, I don't know, some kind of water. They're not
Yeah.
fern, like that's a fern, they're not ferns,
They look more like underground. Yeah, you're right, maybe you're right.
I don't know.
Who knows? This is the good
It's
thing
not
about...
written in the history.
But this is the good thing about these episodes. Who needs facts
You can make up
when
your
you
own
can just
stuff.
make it all up?
Yeah, see, look, this is a proper wall.
Yeah, there's proper wall, more walls. We got more
Where
walls!
they've got all the flint from.
Yes, so yeah, look, all the flints. But this is what I mean by, this is the sort of inspiration that if you're a fantasy writer, just having that random gate in the middle of a woods, that's brilliant. And then this once could have been a river, or it is a river still. But why the gate? It's all a bit odd, isn't it?
Thought you'd like it.
Yeah, curiosity. And then, I reckon you're right about the water. Look at this, look.
Well, it sort of looks,
Isn't that gorgeous?
I don't know, there's quite a lot of moss on this stone.
Bit of an old train. What is this? Looks like a sort
Well, it
of...
looks like a railing, doesn't it? To
Yeah.
kind of stop
Or-
people falling over
Oh, I see. Or
off an edge.
who knows? But look, this has definitely been cut out and built. This isn't natural.
No.
Look at that. So imagine if water was falling down there. But it's sort of like a shelf. But you see, the Victorians were very good at sort of making follies, weren't they? Like ruins. They loved that. There was this romantic movement that happened where rich people in their lands, in the UK, in England, would build ruins. So they would build like half a castle and make sure it was ruined. So they loved that sort of idea. And obviously, if that's not documented, other, future generations might actually have thought that that was a proper castle that's just been, ruined. Here we go. We got
1848.
breaking news.
1848, the Pinetum is extended northwest and southeast with an additional plot on the other bank of the brook. Blah, blah. The grotto and fernery is formed with a two-tier dripping falls and associated waterworks.
There we are. That's not quite romantic. Associated Waterworks. Sounds like they're a company that charge you money for the water. Go on.
The hexagonal summer house is built within the Pinetum. Let's see
Ooh.
if we can find it.
Let's see.
Unless it's been destroyed.
Probably. But there we go. You see.
1848. You were right, Victoria.
I quite like. Actually, this could be a theme of these episodes. We go in not knowing much or if anything about where we're exploring. We then sort of guess about what the origins are, and then we have a handy guide to then look up the facts.
Hello, priest.
Oh, hello. Hey! The first fall of the episode. Didn't quite catch it. But yeah, this is a monstrous tree. Look at this tree. It's huge. We've got some biplanes going over. It's all kicking off. I'm going to go this way because then I won't fall over. This is another look. This is where like the river would go. Yeah, I think it was an easier way. Oh.
You've barely ever seen anyone else here. It is
Yes,
like it's a forgotten abandoned.
there's nobody really
It's
here.
sort of managed.
It's managed by the University of Hertfordshire, I think they open it up to the public sometimes, do they?
I don't know. You have to be a member.
Oh, but you have to be a member. And how do you become a member?
You pay, I think it's £7.50 a year.
£7.50 a year? Look
And
at
you get a
that.
special card.
Look at the special card. Oh, is it your membership number on it? No. No personal details. No.
And it's University of Hertfordshire and the Worshipful Company of Carpenters.
How medieval fantasy is that? Say that again, the worshipful.
The Worshipful Company of Carpenters.
I'm going to use that in a short story. That's
Well, I
fantastic.
think the Worshipful Company of
Oh,
they're
is
like
that...
guilds, and they still exist. So, like my sisters.
Oh, they might not appreciate it then. Would you get into trouble with copyright?
I don't know because it's not. It is more like saying it's the guild of something.
Yeah. Look at this little random thing.
'Cause
That's
I'm sure
great though.
my sister,
Worshipful.
One of her charitable donors is the Worshipful Company of something like air conditioning units or fan systems, or I don't know.
The worshipful. What is it? Company.
Yeah.
The worshipful company of accountants.
Yes. Yeah. I think it is like a guild thing. So I don't know if it's
The
trademarked or.
The worshipful company of lift engineers.
Yeah. And I think that's probably maybe the charitable arm of.
Right.
I don't know.
This is packed full of facts. This
Wow.
episode.
Half facts.
Half facts. Obviously, we only do half facts. You're not going to get the full facts from us. But look at this little lovely creature, plant. What's that?
I don't know. It looks like fluffy.
It's fluffy. it's got like a little fluffy texture. It does look like it's half dead, but
One of these trees is it's called a snow tree or something.
snow
It always
tree.
looks like it's got snow in it.
Oh, fantastic. We've got a little bit of a fence here. I don't think that's a feature. I think that's for safety reasons.
Oh, look what we have here.
What have we got here?
We have a hexagon, I think.
Oh yeah, look at this. So what was this meant to be, do you know?
Summer house.
Right. One big mistake with this. Can you spot what's wrong with this as a summer house? Yeah, there's no summer house, is there?
No.
So this was the
Obviously got taken
base.
out for some reason.
Yeah, that's a shame. Maybe it just fell into disrepair. It seems like for a while it probably was just not used.
Yeah.
And then the University of Hertfordshire comes along and goes, let's buy this at land for whatever reason.
Yeah.
And then we'll have to do repairs or take stuff
Yeah.
down.
So it looks like it has changed hands a few times.
Yeah,
So
but this is great. Look at this.
yeah. So Clinton-Baker.
Who was Clinton-Baker?
I'm glad you asked me that. He was the grandson of William Robert Baker. He succeeds to the estates and makes extensive additions, helped by his brother, Admiral Sir Lewis Clinton-Baker. Where are we going?
Just trying to get out of the sun.
Are we doing a
Whoa.
dance?
Yeah. Sorry, say that again.
So he was the grandson of William Robert Baker. He succeeded the estate, whatever that means.
Succeeded. So it's sort of taken
Succeeds
over.
to the estates and makes
Oh.
extensive additions, helped by his brother, Admiral Sir Lewis Clinton-Baker,
Admiral.
and by A.B. Jackson, who had no title.
No, not worthy.
But then he died, and it went to the John Innes Horticultural Institute
Okay.
of the compost. John Innes is like a
Oh,
brand
is
of
it a brand? Oh, okay.
horticultural stuff.
Right.
And then it went to Hertfordshire County Council to be used by Hatfield College of Technology.
And others, which
And
I
others.
think may have then changed its name to the University of Hertfordshire. No.
Yeah.
Well, that maybe they came in a lot later.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. Carpenters. Yeah. And now it's like there's a friends association, which I think is what I'm in.
Yeah. So you'll have joined. That's fantastic. Look at this. It's great. But again, just stuff like this in a fantasy novel. Look at this. You've got a hexagonal thing. What could this be? Either
Yeah.
a portal again, a teleport place. Could be a ritual,
Yeah.
where you have rituals there. It could be a magical square. Sorry, hexagonal. It's been a long day, getting lost and everything. It could be a hexagonal area that sort of is a safe area, that's a protected. So if you're being hunted down and you're a magician, you would be able to say a spell and then a force field goes up and you're protected by, you know, that magical force field. But if you don't know the spell, you can't come in. You know, things like that. So in your world, you could have that. In fact, I might do this. You could have safe areas, you know, like an ancient order of wizards or witches or warlocks or whatever, magic users, built these throughout as safety nets for themselves, you know, when they were travelling from one town to the next, you know, from one guild to the next. Sally's had enough of that fantasy talk, she's off. Although we've got to keep an eye on the time. Oh, we better start going back. All the finches, hearing the finches, I don't know if you can hear the finches. We've gone forward camera. I'm not as talkative if it's the front camera.
No.
So what we've got here, what's this huge log? Look at this.
A massive fallen down tree.
Look at that. And it sort of looks like some sort of creature. Have they made it in? Have they made it into a creature? No.
I don't think so.
But it looks like it's got legs. It's like a log creature.
So when I first came, which maybe about a year ago or so, it looked like it had freshly been fallen because all these branches were still on it.
Oh, okay.
And it's properly been uprooted.
Oh God, yeah.
It must have been a
this.
really, really big gusty wind.
Oh. Yeah, we've all been there after a curry. Yeah, look at this. Yeah, that's like almost hurricane. How does that come out?
Yeah.
Because that's not human done.
No, because it also, so when we came, it had also taken out another tree on its way down.
Oh, okay.
So it clearly wasn't planned.
Yeah, so how does that happen? Is it where a tree is actually dead and then it's weak?
Well, it's still alive, look, because there's still greenery in the leaves, so it must be getting some sort of sustenance still from the roots.
Yeah.
I wonder if it was just top heavy.
Top heavy and just fell over. Well, the wind obviously must have been a really gusty wind though.
Yeah.
And then you've got all this chop. Look. Yes, got kids. This is ideal. Absolutely. Fungal clock. What the hell? I won't read it all. As part of the natural wood, some trees will recently died, fallen over and succumbed to attack by fungi and a whole host of other organisms. Pinetum is not a wild wood, but there's plenty of oak tree trunk and branch wood that we like to leave on the site, which is what we were talking about. So they chop up the sort of trees that have fallen over, and they're saying it's sort of semi-managed, but they're just leaving it here.
Rather than just leaving them across the paths.
So just to clear stuff out of the way.
Yeah.
Well, there we are. Right, well, let's leave it on a cliffhanger, okay? Where we, you say that there's something over there, and then they'll definitely watch part 2. Yeah?
But if and then they start part 2 and it's not that exciting.
Yeah, but don't worry about that, we'll just lure them in. That's the plan.
Right.
Oh my God, what is that? That's amazing.
Never seen anything like that.
Alright, don't overdo it. Right, so there we are. So we're going to leave it on a cliffhanger. Honestly, you have to tune in to part 2. We ran out of time, unfortunately. Why did we run out of time?
No, I think I just heard a buzzard.
Did you now?
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah. Anyway, tune in to part 2. Thank you for watching. Leave comments if you've got any comments to make. If you know this area, if you've been here, if you've actually walked through here. Don't give any spoilers if you know what's behind the camera. And obviously, if there are any questions that we asked during it, leave the comments, let us know. Until next time, may the magic of getting lost in woods.
Fantasy foraying.
This
is what foraying is about.
Oh, that is true, getting lost. That's basically what it equals. So until next time, take care, bye.